My name's Angela Gladman. I'm a project manager at the North Central Catchment Management Authority. I currently manage the Victorian Government funded Caring for Campaspe project that's been running since 2012. We're currently focused on doing some targeted works along the river through this Barfold-Langley area along the upper Campaspe. What we're aiming to do is to protect the health of the river through protecting its riparian vegetation. That's the vegetation that grows alongside the river, that buffers the river from the impacts of the adjacent land uses, but also provides really important habitat for terrestrial and aquatic species. One of the best things that we can do to protect the river is to fence it, to limit the access of livestock, but also to control the weeds along the river. On this particular property, we're undertaking some weed control, targeting the crack willows, which are particularly invasive through here.
This site, there's a few big mature willows, so I've done a fair bit of willow work before, and if the willows are left for too long, they start damming the rivers with their root systems, and they use so much water, so to get the willows out of here and get some native plants going up instead is just so much better for the environment, so much better for the waterway. And with the willows, you get a storm and green branches break off, they float downstream, and that's just another tree growing. So it's really good to be able to come out here and work on the willows and the other weeds that are around here too, just to try and clean it up a little bit.
Another important action that we do along the Campaspe River is provide fencing to landholders to reduce the impact of livestock on the river. They have quite a harmful impact in that they trample and eat the native vegetation along the riverbank that protect and hold that riverbank together. They also tend to stand in the water, defecate in the water, and contribute a whole lot of nutrients that the river just doesn't need. So providing fencing for landholders to keep their stock out of the river is another important component of the Caring for Campaspe project.
My father moved out from Taungurung in the end of 1913, so we've been here ever since. We had it cleaned for a number of years, and then circumstances changed and it's got out of control. Plus it's been hard to get the labour to do it. There's no actual declared river frontage along these blocks, so we own, right up to the water. Yeah, it's pretty good to look at. It's nice sort of a spot with a few red gums on it. Yeah.
The North Central CMA is committed to involving our traditional owners in the management of our natural resources. And along those lines, we've engaged Taungurung to undertake the weed control works along this section of the river.
Taungurung's a big piece of central Victoria. Our southern boundary is the ridgeline of the Great Dividing Range. That travels around to the western boundary, which is the Campaspe. Having the opportunities to come out here and do some work with North Central CMA is really good, because it's given us a chance to get more of our mob back on country. When I first started with Taungurung, we probably would have had less than 10 people living on country. And over the last couple of years, with the opportunities coming through Taungurung for positions and stuff, we're probably 30 to 40 people living on country. Our ancestors have cared for this land for 60 to 100,000 years, and being able to come out and continue that work and doing the main work that I do, which is weed control and stuff like that, if you're looking after the environment, you're looking after our culture. So it's really inspiring to be able to come out and do this on your own sort of country.